Hey guys, what is up? Um, I've for the last 3 years, I went to court, and that was because I hit somebody, and that somebody was Liliana Perez, my ex. A lot of you know her. A lot of you guys still hang out with her. I don't. I'm staying away from those people too. So yeah. Um, yeah, I hit her. Uh, I I don't even remember what the reason was. And during that incident, I guess I threw ice cream at her. She threw ice cream at me. So that ended up to be a big fight. Um, yeah, that ended up being a big fight, and then yeah, that was like 3 years ago. Um, and then I had to do court for 3 years. Because she renewed the restraining order. So yeah. Um, I mean, like I went through a lot when I was with her. I went through like a lot of things. When I was with her. Um, you know, I've I've been through hell and back, like my grandma says. Um, I know I repeat myself sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. That just makes me feel a lot better about myself. Um, you know, right now I'm watching a comedy. I like watching comedies, by the way. Sometimes I like watching scary movies and action movies, but only sometimes. I think yesterday I was watching Law and Order. This morning I was watching Law and Order. Um, I was because that's my grandma's favorite show, so now I watch it. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, I'm really sorry for that, guys. This is like an apology video, like I made on my other live stream account. I made like an apology video. So, just saying that I'm sorry for everything that I've done. You know, um, I'm sorry. Um, so, yeah. Um, yeah, yeah. Now it's been 3 years since that happened. And there's like so many other stuff that I want you guys to know about me that I covered in the last couple of videos. I'm sorry about that. It's on my stomach. No, just kidding. So in the last couple of videos, I just like I I sometimes repeat myself though because like I just want you. It's like a recap though. You know. Um. Yeah. Uh. You know. Yesterday, my friend came over. Which like he comes over like sometimes only. My friends only sometimes come over. They rarely come over. You know. So yeah. Oh yeah, my back tattoo. Yeah. I've I went through a lot when I was with my friends too. Because my grandma. Yesterday, my therapist came over, so yeah, I talked a lot about my life here. You know, my life at my grandma's house. You know, yeah. I could have wound up in Porterville, which is a place for bad people. And when the court dates were happening, I could have wound up there. Um, that's why some of you guys are thinking, "Oh, didn't he just didn't he go to somewhere else like a placement?" Well, no, I didn't. But I ended up doing court dates here. For the last 3 years. Now it's over. It's completely over. So now I just have to not talk to Lily anymore. I can't talk to her anymore. Yeah, that was a lot of fun yesterday with my therapist and my friend yesterday. They really come over. They just want to see how I'm doing. And yeah. And I was with my workers the other day, like, because I have to get a root canal like in 2 weeks. My teeth, that hurt really bad. So yeah. Yeah, I just. Oh, that's the chair. Yeah. Like I said, I've been through so much. Yeah. 28 years I've lived here. Yeah. Sometimes I do live streams on my gaming thing, and sometimes I do live streams here. Just talking about my life. You know. Yeah. I was in placement before, but I'm not in placement anymore. I got out. Some of them don't get out though. Some of them stay there for the rest of their lives. But I got out because I have accommodations. That's how I came home. So yeah. Yeah, about 3 years ago when I came back here from the group home, we went to Las Vegas, and I guess I talked about that in my other live stream account. That I went to Las Vegas, and I went on a zip line, and then we saw the Cirque du Soleil show Ka. That was my first moments back here, and then a couple incidents happened, like with Lily's mom and everybody, with Lily. So yeah. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry that I hit Lily's mom. I'm sorry that I hit Lily. Yeah, I'm trying to do better. So yeah, I'm trying to stay out of jail too. So yeah. I have a lot of memories here. Looking around all over the room, and I'm sometimes I think about like my life. That song "No Walls" from Famous Last Words. I look up to that song I sang like in the live video. I made a live video singing songs. So yeah, and that was one of the songs. I look up to the sky and I wonder. Yeah, um, yeah, I made that like 5 years ago. So yeah, I made that 5 years ago. Yeah. So this is just like a recap of everything that I went through, of what I went through. So recap of all my videos. The 100 videos I made of live streams. Talking about my life. Because it makes me feel better. It makes me not think about the past. Because my grandma always said that the past is the past. And Yeah. Um. Yeah. Um. Yeah. A lot of memories here, guys. A lot of memories with my friends and my dog that I had. Yeah, Jellybean died like 8 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago. And then Gizmo died. I think Gizmo died before or after Jellybean. I don't remember, but yeah, um, they died. Um, uh, yeah, we got a beta fish too. Um, now we have the cat. We have a cat here. His name's Mau Mau. So I take him out every day. We feed him and all that. We give him water. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, I'm actually watching the Life and Times of Tim. It's pretty cool. It's funny. Yeah. I guess nobody watches my live streams anymore. I don't know why. I don't. Nobody watches my gaming live streams anymore. Well, sometimes I think the chat is off, so I don't know why the chat's off. I don't know why, but yeah, I do live streams. So you guys can comment on there, and that's the Robbie Rock 666, the Unknown Vessel, and this account Punk Society 24/7, Robert Espinosa, Sandy Garcia. Um, yeah, and Robbie HG on Instagram, and Robbie Rockefeller on Facebook, on Instagram, and Running Broadway. Those are all my channels. That I post on. I don't post on Instagram or Facebook anymore. I just do messages from there. Um, and I do live streams right here on this channel. For the last 3 years. Uh, yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah, and I was at San Diego Center for Children, but that was 12 years ago. On the scene of San Diego Center for Children, I was there 12 years ago, but I got out because I had accommodations. Um, you know, um, yeah, met Julie there. That's how I got this. That's how I got the Julie made me this a long time ago. I don't think I ever talked to you guys about this. This wristband she made me. I keep it because Julie was a really good girl. But my grandma didn't like her, so yeah. And we had to stay away from each other because they told us to stay away from each other because it was a special school. So yeah, they told us to separate, and I guess we did, and I had to break it off with her. Yeah, and then yeah, that was 12 years ago, and then 3 years ago I went to a group home. Yeah, got out 3 years ago. 3 years for and, like I spent 10 months in the group home, and then I spent 8 months in San Diego Center for Children, and then yeah, so 2 years with my mom, 8 months in San Diego Center for Children, 10 months in the group home, 8 days in jail. So yeah, um, I don't want to go back to jail, guys. I don't, because that was haunting. That was a haunting experience for me. Um, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for doing all that. I'm sorry for being angry. I'm sorry. sometimes I do want to kill myself, because it was a lot to go through, Now I'm not able to focus. I'm not able to focus like a lot. So yeah, um, yeah, I don't talk to Lily anymore. I stopped doing that back in 2023. I did talk to Haley, which she talks to Lily, and that's how the restraining order got up again. That's how the restraining order was renewed. Um, that's why. Um, Now I just all I have to do is stay away from them. I stay away from Lily, stay away from all those people. Um, yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. But it's hard. Um, yeah. Now I'm doing programs for the rest of my life, guys. Yeah. I did get a haircut, guys. Yeah, I did. I had short hair this time. Yeah. Yeah, and I did do music, guys. I did music like in 2022. I made like an album, the What Did You Expect album, that came out in 2022. Um, yeah, that came out in 2022, and then it took me like uh, a lot of years to make it because I was mixing and editing and all that, all kinds of shit. So okay, and it was glitching too, so kind of sounds kind of weird, But it's 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 a good album that I did. Um, it was about like my depression and all that, the many adventures that I had with my memories of friends and the girlfriends I've had. It's about that. And then I made another album called San Diego, which came out back in 2023, I think. Um, yeah, it came out in 2023. Um, yeah, that was about Lily telling me to commit suicide. That was what the album was about, and it was about the my haunting past. That's what the whole San Diego album was about. Um, yeah, I had songs, and some of the songs are on BandLab now, so you can look that up. On the Unknown Vessel on BandLab. Yeah, I have two I think a couple accounts on there. Um, yeah, and it's also on Soundtrap, so you can listen to that on there. So and there was Unmade Music too. Um, yeah, there was Unmade Music. There's there's Unmade Music. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't make it. I didn't make it. But yeah. Um, some of the music's not made. Um, you know. Um, yeah. Um, I think this is the longest video I'm ever gonna make because it's an apology video. So I'm apologizing to you guys that I'm sorry that I've done a lot of bad things. The reason why I went to San Diego Center for Children, I think I already told you this, but I did bring guns to school. I brought airsoft guns to school, and that was because everybody was bullying me. Um, yeah, everybody was bullying me. You know, everybody was doubting me, and I just decided to bring guns to school that day. And then I went to the hospital. The police officers took me to the hospital, and then yeah. the next couple of days I went back to school, and then they transferred me to San Diego Center for Children for 8 months. Um, yeah, 12 years ago. Yeah, I'm so glad that I didn't wind up in jail, for that, because I could have gone to jail for that. Because like that's that's really awful, that I did that, But yeah, um, I got airsoft guns because my friend used to have airsoft guns. My friend Josh. Um, yeah, my friend Josh had airsoft guns. No, he didn't bring airsoft guns to school. I brought airsoft guns to school, but you know, um, yeah, that was because he had airsoft guns, but he never took them to school, so he kept them. They took them away from me, the social workers. So yeah. Um, and how the incident happened was like I told somebody that I brought airsoft guns to school, and then I got caught by the teacher's aide or something like that. And then they took me. They could have. I could have gone to jail, guys, because like that. So yeah. And this time I could have wound up in Porterville when I went to jail 3 years ago. I'm sorry for that, guys. I'm really sorry. Um, I'm trying to do better, guys. I'm trying to do better. Um, trying to stay away from those people. I'm trying to, stay away from those people. So, yeah. Um, I really miss my friends, guys. They rarely come over anymore. They come over every year, but it's rare they come over. Last year, my friend Amari came over, and I haven't seen him in so many years, you know. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Well, yeah, I am making new friends, every week. Every week I'm going out in my programs, every week. So now I'm okay. I'm good. I have the weight lifted off my shoulders now. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not in placement anymore, you guys. So I'm not. I'm home. I'm with my grandma. You know, I've been here for the last 3 years. And I'm probably gonna stay here for the rest of my life. Feels like it, you know, because I've been here my whole life. I've been here since 1997. That's when I came here. Um, yeah. And then like 8 or 7 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago. I mean, 7 or 8 years ago, they diagnosed me with autism and bipolar. I knew I had autism way before then. You know, I knew because I was watching this movie called Rain Man, and then I said to myself, and then I said like, do I have autism? And we knew. So yeah, they did diagnose me with ADHD at San Diego Center for Children. That's not what I have. I have autism and bipolar. So that's and sometimes I have seizures with that. Sometimes I have a lot of aches, with my stomach because of the nerves. Um, they diagnosed me with IBS and psychogenic seizures. So yeah, um, yeah, um, yeah. That's and again for 78 years. 7 to 8 years ago, I did go out with a girl named Liliana Diaz Perez. Um, I did. We fell in love together. We were very intimate towards each other. Um, Yeah. Um, it's gonna take me forever to admit. So it's gonna take me forever to forget about her, because I almost spent my whole life with her. First I was with Sandy Palander, and then I was with Lily. We first went to Parkway Plaza, and then we came here. Yeah, that's how we met. And then after that, she was my friend, and then she became my ex girlfriend or ex fiance, whatever. Because we were engaged. I gave her a ring and all that, but we never got married. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not with her anymore. We fell in love at the movie theaters, but she was dating this guy named Jose. She was cheating on me already. You know, she fell in love with me. I fell in love with her too, because one time I said I love you, and then she said those are very strong words to say. You know, um, they were. She said I had to mean it. So yeah. I can talk to you guys about this like all day, because like it's a lot to go through. For the last 28 years. Yeah. Then we went to the county fair so many years ago. They went to the county fair. I went to the county fair with her, and then we just fell in love. Um, yeah. I guess that's what the two albums were about. My time with her, and how she was cheating on me and all that. How we were stalking each other. That's what the music is about. It was about like us stalking each other. Basically. Because we turned into monsters. We turned into these horrible monsters. Um, yeah. She used to hit me too, so yeah. She used to cheat on me, hit me, and all these things. She even stole from me a couple times. Um, yeah. And plus, I gave stuff to her, so yeah. Um, I'm not crying, guys. I'm just rolling an eye because it's itchy. But yeah. Yeah. I'm very spiritual. I believe in God. Um, yeah, I believe in heaven too. One time I even saw like this aura above my grandma's head. Um, she, she's a very spiritual being too. My grandma. She took care of me for almost all of her life. So yeah. Um, I'm sorry I'm repeating stuff, you guys, but it makes me feel a lot better about myself. Because I went through a lot when I was with Lily, and Sandy and Alexis and all those people. Um, Now I'm not with anybody. I'm not with anybody. I'm just trying to focus on myself now. Trying to focus on what I need to do in life. Um, you know, Sometimes I even ask my grandma, like, who's knocking on the door? Who is it? Because I think it's the cops or it's Lily's dad or somebody bad. I always think that. Um, I always think it's someone bad. You know? And the sheriff did come here, but it was dismissed because she wasn't there. that just means I can't talk to her anymore. I gotta stop talking to her. So I did for the past 3 years, you guys. So yeah, I didn't talk to her for the past since 2023, I think. Yeah, I stopped talking to her. But then I talked to Haley, so she talked to Haley, so I gotta, yeah, that's how that came about. So it's been 30 minutes. So yeah, it's been 30 minutes, guys. I think I'm gonna end this live stream, but guys, I'm sorry for everything that I've done. I miss all my friends, you guys. I want them to come back. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I want those memories with my friends again. Because they were so funny. We cracked jokes a lot. But yeah. Um, all right, guys. I'm seeing friends, but it's not like the original friends that I've had. You know. Um, but yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this live stream. Please log on to all my other accounts, you guys. I said them in earlier in the video. So yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.